Hi, I'm Emily, and I'm the Castle Girl. Today I'm at Portencross Castle. Portencross Castle is situated at the bottom of Auld Hill, near the small village of Portencross, near West Kilbride in North Ayrshire, on the shores of the Firth of Clyde. Next to the castle is the harbour, which is a natural small tidal inlet. Evidence of a castle or settlement at Portencross dates back to the Iron Age, around 800 to 100 BC. It is said that Portencross Castle was the last resting place of the great kings of Scotland. Legend has it that they were transported via the castle on their way to Iona for burial. They lay in state at Portencross Castle for a short time. The castle was previously known as Arneil and was the property of the de Ross family. In 1315, as a reward for his assistance at the Battle of Bannockburn, Sir Robert Boyd of Kilmarnock was awarded lands at Portencross by King Robert I of Scotland, after the de Ross family lost control of their lands for siding with the English cause for some time. Robert was part of the struggle in the mid-1300s to overthrow the several English occupations of Scotland by Balliol and Edward III. The Boyds and the Stuarts were allies in this cause. When the Scots overcame the threat of occupation, Portencross Castle became an easy port of access for the Stuart residents at Dundonald Castle to the Clyde and Rothesay Castle on the Isle of Bute. A number of royal charters were signed at the castle during this period. The 15 Acts or Charters of Robert II, dated at Arneil between 1371 and 1390, were possibly signed at Portencross Castle. The previous fort on the site known as Auld Hill was no longer in use, and the castle we can see today was originally built by the Boyd family, with the first of 3 phases starting around 1360. The first phase of the building was the construction of a traditional hall house. There may also have been a defensive wall outside the castle. The accepted view is that the east and west wings of the castle were not built at the same time. Over time, the castle was converted into a tower house. Looking closely, you can trace the original upper line of the house above the Great Hall, and where the next phase of building began. Much of the stonework was from the immediate area around the castle. It was originally rectangular in plan, but a tall 4-storey wing was added at one end. There are 2 entrances at right angles to each other in the re-entrant angle, one in the wing and one in the main block. The parapet is corbelled out. The basement is vaulted and contained the kitchen, with a straight stair to the hall above. The hall on the first floor of the main block is vaulted and has an entresol floor at the base of the vaulting. In the wall between the main block and the wing is a turnpike stair. As the height of the hall house was raised, the vaulted ceiling of the Great Hall was constructed, probably with a chamber above. The battlements were also raised and altered. Robert III also signed charters at Ardneil. By the 1400s, royal use of the castle grew less, and the castle went back to being a local Boyd stronghold. But the Boyds were still well connected with local aristocracy. The fourth Robert Boyd married the daughter of John Muir of Rowallan, the family of Robert II's first queen. The seventh laird married a daughter of Sir Robert Montgomery of Skilmorley. In 1588, a ship from the Spanish Armada sank near the castle. And legend has it that an iron cannon salvaged from the wreck was gifted to the villagers for their help in locating the wreck in 1740. During the 17th and 18th centuries, the Boyds made some final alterations to the castle. This may have included the parapet walkway and raising the spiral staircase to reach the new rooms and the walkway. The castle remained the seat of the Boyds until the restoration of Charles II and the new monarchy in 1660. The Boyd family moved to a mansion house in Portencross after this, although they still owned the castle estate until 1737. Fishermen used the castle after the Boyds left for storing fishing nets and other fishing accessories, but they may have carried out some alterations to the building, such as enlarging the basement windows and altering the shape of the fireplace in the Great Hall. The roof of the castle blew off in a storm in 1739. However, the vaulted ceiling protected the Great Hall. The castle passed from the Boyds to the Fullertons of Overton around 1785, and by the late 1800s it was owned by the Adams of Auchenames. In 1910 he commissioned a concrete roof over the east wing. The castle was passed to Adam's son William in 1940. The South of Scotland Electricity Board took possession of the castle, along with much of the Hunterston Peninsula. Their successor, British Nuclear Fuels Limited, inserted a timber stair and several door and window lintels. During the 1980s, the government sold much of the land it owned, including Portencross Village, but the village tenants and farmers were given the first option to buy the castle. In 1988, Friends of Portencross Castle, a local charity, began work to preserve the castle after recognising it was in danger of collapsing. Friends of Portencross Charity raised over £1 million with the added help of local charities and North Ayrshire Council to cover the cost of the restoration project. In recognition of its national importance, Portencross Castle became a scheduled ancient monument in 1955. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to visiting a castle near you. Bye!